Here's how you play Badang fighter. First off, he has great AoE, he is quite beginner friendly, and he possesses high teamfight potential. However, Badang is quite easily countered once you reach high ranks. Badang's passive allows every 5th basic attack to knock enemies back slightly, and if the enemy is knocked into a wall, they will be stunned for 0.6 seconds. His skill 1 and ultimate can also trigger this effect. Badang's skill 1 casts a fist wind in the target direction, dealing physical damage and slowing enemies for 1.5 seconds while also knocking them back. If this skill collides with an obstacle, it will explode, dealing further physical damage to nearby enemies. Badang can store 2 charges of his skill 1, and it will count as a stack for his passive. Badang's skill 2 allows him to dash in the target direction, dealing minimal physical damage to enemies in his path while granting Badang a shield that lasts for 5 seconds. If this skill hits an enemy hero, it will stop and knock back the enemy by a small distance while a wall will form behind them. Badang can recast this skill to drop the wall. Badang's ult throws out punches in the target direction, dealing physical damage that adds up quickly. The punches are also considered as fist wind, which means casting the skill is like casting a skill 1, but multiplied by a lot. The fist wind will also explode upon colliding with an obstacle, dealing physical damage to nearby enemies. When this skill is active, Badang is immune to control effects, and he can cancel this skill by just simply moving. Badang's general skill combo is to skill 2 to close the gap, to inform a wall, skill 1 to push them into the wall, and skill 3 to finish them off. Moving on to builds, there are actually 2 solid options to choose from. One being an attack speed build, and the other being an attack damage build. This is opinion based, but I think the attack speed build is a little better, though it is up to personal preference. The build is Swift Boots, Demon Hunter Sword, Golden Staff, Malefic Roar, Hunter Strike, and Blade of Despair. These are the emblems that go along with it. I'll also flash the attack damage build up on screen right now, so you can choose whichever one you feel is best. As for battle spells, Flicker is generally a top pick. You can take Petrify if you want to, but I still suggest Flicker. I suggest prioritizing Badang's skill 1, then with his skill 2. Take his ult at level 4, 8, and 12. Badang in the early game possesses low HP but high damage. His skill 1 into a wall will inflict immense damage on an enemy hero even at level 1. And don't forget, he has 2 charges of this skill. You should try to corner enemies into a position where they are hugging a wall to ensure a skill 1 will land. The biggest mistake your enemy can make is to take the gold crab. The gold crab is situated in a location where it's protected by obstacles. If the enemy even dares to attempt getting the gold crab, you should almost always try to punish them. Try your best to not instantly clear the wave to prevent your own minions from entering the enemy side. Your HP is not something to be proud of. As the game progresses, the skill 2 into 1 into ult combo is a deadly tool in which enemies must respect. Even your presence in a fight should scare enemies from grouping up together, and try your best to take advantage of the bushes scattered around the map.